Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and we have a couple of cool stories for you today. We have a historic high bonus on a certain credit card, and we also have American Express quietly adding a new transfer partner that you may not know about. And if you are into exchanging credit card points and miles for free luxury travel experiences and learning about personal finance, do subscribe here on YouTube. You can also follow me on all the other social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. My usernames and handles are on screen now. All right, so we have a best ever welcome bonus on the Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard. That is the top tier American Airlines credit card from Citi. The card features Admirals Club membership, 4 points per dollar on AA purchases, 10 points per dollar on hotels and car rentals through AA. Then you also get free checked bags, priority check-in and boarding, $360 worth of credits every year to offset the $595 annual fee. And so for some people, this card may make a lot of sense. For others, maybe not so much. But anyway, the card has a historic high welcome bonus of 100,000 American Airlines miles for spending $10,000 in 3 months on the card. That's a rate of 10 miles per dollar on top of what you are already earning with your spending. So if you spent $10,000 on hotels through American Airlines at 10 points per dollar, you'd actually get the bonus and an additional 100,000 for a 200,000 point bonus. But yeah, your spending may just be in a 1 mile per dollar category. So you would have between 110,000 points and at the high end 200,000 points if you spent that entire $10,000 on hotels or car rentals through AA. Now, obviously, this card is going to be most useful to people who fly American Airlines regularly, and it is the only way to get full Admirals Club access from a credit card. So if that is useful for you, now is a great time to take advantage of the highest bonus ever on this card. But be reasonably quick because this offer ends on September 6th, 2023. So you've got just over a month. All right, now let's move on to American Express adding a brand new transfer partner. But first, if you are into credit cards, you need to protect yourself from identity theft so that no one can open fraudulent accounts in your name and trash your credit score. If that happens, no bank is going to approve you for a card. You may not know that your personal information is easily accessible on data broker websites like True People Search. Look, there are 52 Ben Hedges on there, but not one of them is me because of the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Aura is a complete identity theft, credit monitoring, VPN, and antivirus service all built into one. They constantly submit removal requests to data brokers to get your personal information off the open internet, and even monitor the dark web for your info and passwords that may have been stolen in data breaches. They found 3 instances of my info on the dark web. Then their credit monitoring service will send you an alert if there is any suspicious activity on your credit file, like someone applying for a credit card in your name. Their VPN service protects your data from theft on the internet, particularly useful when using public Wi-Fi, and their antivirus service protects your computer. It's like 7 things all rolled into one, and thus provides way better value than if you signed up for all of those things separately. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online, and if you sign up with my link below right now, you'll get a 2-week free trial of the service. You'll be shocked at how much of your personal information Aura finds on the internet over those 2 weeks. So go to aura.com/Ben Hedges. It's also linked in the description below, or you can also scan the QR code on screen now. All right, let's move on to talking about American Express adding a new transfer partner, and that would be Qatar Airways. Yes, Amex quietly added them as a new transfer partner, and that takes American Express's airline transfer partners up to 18. Now, the reason I think that they have been added now is that last year, Qatar switched from their own loyalty program points currency to Avios, which is the loyalty currency of British Airways, Iberia, and Aer Lingus, which are all owned by the same company. Now, all 3 of those airlines are already transfer partners of American Express, and you can actually already transfer your Avios from British Airways to Qatar, so it kind of makes sense just to add Qatar to Amex so that you can transfer directly. Transfers are at a 1-to-1 ratio, and the Avios arrive instantly in your Qatar account. But there is a reason why you may not want to use Qatar Airways as a direct transfer partner, and you may want to transfer to British Airways first and then on to Qatar, and that is transfer bonuses. And guess what? Right now, American Express is doing a 30% transfer bonus to British Airways. So every 1,000 Amex points you transfer over to BA, you get 1,300 Avios. If you were to transfer 50,000 over, you'd get 65,000 Avios. To transfer those over to Qatar, you then go to British Airways, log into your account and go to Manage My Account, and then Combine Avios, and then there's a page where you can transfer to either Iberia or Qatar. Now, the current promotion with British Airways runs until August 31st. So if you want to transfer Amex points to Qatar before that date, do it first via BA so that you get that 30% bonus. But what can you do with Qatar Avios? Well, you can book the famous Q Suites business class. Now, you can book Q Suites with British Airways Avios too, okay? Through British Airways, you can book Qatar. However, booking directly through Qatar Airlines with their own Avios will give you better rates on flights that have connections. For example, let's say you want to go from New York to the Maldives via Qatar, okay? So you switch planes in Doha, Qatar's home airport. You'll be able to fly Q Suites on the JFK to Doha leg, and then probably some other type of Qatar business class seat on the Doha to the Maldives leg, to Malé, which is the airport in the Maldives. But it will be cheaper to use Qatar Avios rather than British Airways Avios to book this itinerary because there is that connection in Doha. British Airways prices the flights that are direct pretty much exactly the same as Qatar Avios, but Qatar Avios will prove cheaper if there is a connection. Just remember, we always say only transfer your points over once you have a flight that you want to do and you've actually found award availability for that flight. You don't want to get points stuck in a certain airline with no use for them. And do also remember that Qatar Avios, unlike British Airways Avios, do expire 36 months after they hit your account. That's 3 years. Also, in the past, both accounts had to be open for at least 90 days in order to transfer Avios. That was the same with Iberia too. I couldn't find anything in the terms and conditions mentioning that, so maybe it's not a thing anymore. I then went and did a test transferring one Avio from British Airways over to my brand new Qatar account, which I literally opened yesterday for this video, and one Avio transferred over. So it seems that that 90-day thing perhaps isn't a thing anymore. If anyone knows anything more about that, do leave a comment. Anyway, guys, that is the video for today. Don't forget to get protected online and protect your credit score. Something very important if you want to play the whole credit card points and miles game like we do. Protect yourself with a 2-week free trial of Aura. Link to that is in the description below and the QR code on screen now. As always, please subscribe on YouTube and follow me on the other social media that I'm on. Links are on screen too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.